Hello, please welcome to today's briefing. Today, I'm going to discuss something that's so important that you should know. And like I will say, please watch this video to the end because you have a lot to learn. Because I'm unpacking a whole lot that you need to know about this country and what is happening. And at the same time, share the video and follow all our social media handles. Okay? Now, this is it. Sometime last week, a video emerged where some troops arrested some bandits.
Ilori government now give us this motor. To the weapon you go give now. Some of them are them now.
You go Abuja go collect the weapon.
Babangida, yes.
Now for Abuja you go collect the rifle, Abi na for Ilori. How you take no say na from Abuja?
Me, I know because we there with them. We go patrol how many times with them. We go patrol how many times with them. Ogabito and the Tinja. All of them, they involved. Now their weapon. Ogatinja. Now their weapon, not our own.
Okay.
Not our own.
So you saw it, yeah? So this is not the first time that all these bandits and terrorists are always indicting the government of sponsoring them. Yes. Just so you know, another bandit, Tonji or Rebello Tonji or whatever, was seen in a video trying to defend the Minister of State for Defense that he is not in any way associated with terrorism. You can imagine when a terrorist is defending a Minister of Defense. Watch the video. Someone that is meant to defend you as he is meant to defend the territory of Nigeria. Now the person where you give and work, say make him go by and dismantle, is the one now defending him that he is not part of them or he doesn't sponsor or support them. Is it not a situation that we should be worried about? Someone waits for the defend you. Now the person wanna say make you go catch. But the person now stand the defender. Do you think he's going to everly in this life do anything to harm that person? I did not talk anything. Allegedly. Now in all of this, people have been asking, why is it that among, despite all these cries that and all these indictments of the government, nothing has been done? Nobody have ever said, let me investigate the state governments or these governments to find out if really these things that these people have been saying, whether it is true or not. Nobody cares to ask these questions or ask to or tend to investigate them. But this is what it is. Sarah reporters reported that the state government of Borno said that they spent 2.6 billion naira on the welfare of repentant and rehabilitated Boko Haram. 2.6 billion naira. Now, again, earlier this year, the state government of Borno State, the governor, released a statement that, according to Sarah Reporters and Daily Trust, that he spent 100 billion naira on insecurity just for the year. 100 billion naira. And in that 100 billion naira, he spent 7 billion on Boko Haram. He allocated 7 billion on Boko Haram. Despite all the spendings, all the money where they allocate, say they use and fight terrorism, it is still there. Have you asked yourself why? Why? Now, this is what it is. Because you need to know this thing and know that insecurity is not going to end anytime soon. So far as this option is still open. Let's go down to it. I made a research and I discovered that a lot of things about security votes. To me, that is the major reason why Nigerian problem of insecurity is still here. That security votes. Now let's get down to it. They said the origin of the security votes. Security votes emerged during the Nigerian military era, especially in the late 1980s and 1990s. Military administrators were given discriminatory funds to handle security matters without legislative scrutiny. Former expansion, and they can't expand them later. It became widely entrenched after the return of democracy in 1990, that's the Fourth Republic. Then from 1990 onwards, state governors and some local government chairmen began receiving monthly security votes as a regular practice. They give them money every month, state governors, as security votes. You understand? But we are coming. Key points to note. Note these key points. Security vote is not mentioned in the constitution. So this money is not constitutional. It is never constitutional. You understand? There's nowhere in the constitution that they say you have to give to the state security votes to take care of security in their state. It's not constitutional. And again, there is no act of National Assembly that formally establishes. It is never an established act. It is not constitutional. So it is, to us, it's an illegal money. But they keep taking it. Let's go again. It operates as an executive convention justified as fund for intelligence gathering, emergency security responses, confidential security operations. That is how they justify the money in different states. But we are coming. Why it remained controversial, why the money remained controversial up to date is that the funds are not audited, not accounted publicly. They don't audit it. These monies are just received and spent without public audit or public notice. Others often paid in cash. Sometimes these monies are paid in cash or in a special account. Sometimes. Anti-corruption agencies and civil society groups have repeatedly called for regulations, transparency, or outright abolition. Like, make them come out the money, make them know they pay them again. But Nigeria, it no go work because so many people are benefiting massively from it. But we'll know how they are benefiting very soon in this video. Just keep watching. Now I asked a question, say, how does these governors receive these security votes? Now this is how they receive it. This money is built into the state budget. You know, say some of the things say that federal government, they give them this money directly. Say, because they get security in your state, carry so money, they fight the security. No be federal government, they give money for anything security votes. Note this thing today. Note that your own state money, like all these state governors, they loot on a state treasury dry. Somehow, people say that they are used to causing security, allegedly, that they causing security to siphon the state funds. You see 100 billion. These are fighting security, that there is a high level of insecurity in your area. They will now state money, they come out. They listen. Each state includes security votes or security services as a line item in its annual budget. It is usually placed under Office of the Governor. The State Assembly approves the budget, often without detailed breakdown because it is labeled confidential. They will label it confidential, internal security confidentiality. They will use siphon them. If you write 200 billion, 100 billion, they will approve them because they will not ask questions. It is directly being handled by Office of the Governor itself, and then they handle them. The State Assembly doesn't know about it. Nobody knows anything about it. The release comes from State Internal Generated Revenue, the IGR, or federal allocation paid into the states. They carry from on IGR, and at the same time they carry from on allocation. They fund this money called security votes. And there is no month that they will say they will not pay it. They must pay them. Because you know, the free things that is not accounted for is a free way to loot money. So they will not hesitate to pay it. They will pay them. So after listening to this particular lecture, do you ever think that there is anything that will make insecurity to stop once this security vote is still being paid? If states are allowed to handle these security votes, the Office of the Governor is allowed to keep milking the states through security issues, because most of these governors are not human. They don't really care about anything. What they care about is money. And you know, we had them to cause insecurity and at the same time write billions to say they're using to fight insecurity. So once this insecurity is still there, I don't think that there is anywhere that this insecurity in this country will have to cut down. You know, if it happen. Let's be sincere to ourselves. If a governor will tell you that he spent 100 billion on insecurity in his state for a year, man, how much are you using to rehabilitate your people or using for the welfare of your people? If you can spend 100 billion on only insecurity, how much will they use to take care of your people? Build your state. Nigeria. I off my car for honor.